All right, you all. I have made it. I am here. Y'all are getting a little better with that time. Yes, I am. I'm getting a little better. I told y'all because I am doing this on my own, even though I am not techie savvy at all. But I made it in. Yes, this is early. Only the early birds get the worm. And so I am so happy that God has blessed me to rise. Got you back this time, Sister Cherry. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I know I owe you a call back, so thank you for tuning in. Oh, hey there, Felicia. You came on through for me, sister. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. So I'm just giving a little time for my YouTube people. Come on, y'all. I'm doing this thing myself. I'm motivated. Y'all been motivated since yesterday. Ain't God good? And y'all both say all the time. So I said, yeah, let me do this on my own. I had just watched just a little bit. And that's what I mean by we learn something new every day. And yes, I'm going to probably be doing this, y'all, for probably the next we'll say 3 months. We'll see. Hey there, Sister Dottie. You're just gonna call me Sister Dottie. Call me because I know that it must be something special, special, special. I have not forgotten you. Hey there. Okay, my YouTube people are coming in. I just giving everybody a little bit of time. It took me a little bit of time to finagle and do the little stuff because sometimes these computers be freezing up here in St. Louis. The weather is pretty gloomy, and yesterday it was raining off and on. We had clouds, and so I told y'all I'm a spring baby, going right into the cusp of the summer, the beginning part of the summer, and so I've learned to pay attention to us during our seasons, and that's why sometimes you all will hear me ask, "What season are you?" I don't know. You notice I don't ask what your sign is. That no, what season are you? Because it matters. I have noticed, and it matters that whatever season you're born in, winter, spring, summer, fall, whatever it is that you pay attention to your body. So I'm gonna give you two people a few more minutes to come in, and then while I'm doing that, if you guys got any question, Grand Rising, then I'm going to try to get a little better at this. I'm gonna put in a little bit of Greek there, y'all. Look at that. I'm actually getting a little techie something. How was y'all weekend? How was y'all week? That's what I like to know. Give me something to go off of, y'all. If you're able to, I know it's early, and I'm thinking it's probably a little bit early for quite a few of you all there. And so I'm just thankful that you all took out to your Monday morning, to tune in for Motivational Monday because I know we need it. I know I've been doing all this extra work. Hey there, I got somebody in on YouTube. Um, I've been doing a lot of work, a lot of moving, a lot of things. It's just been so many shifts, y'all. But I know it's for the good. It's for my health and mental health, and it's for my growth in God, to like really trust God through the process. Yeah, Sister Cherry, I appreciate the scriptures. They were very, very helpful. Yes, they were. And I love that conversation we had, Sister Felicia. I really do appreciate that your in tuneness. And then Sister Dottie, I know that you've been such a very just you being present has just been really great. Ah, you look great. Thank you so much. One's creation is that one. Uno's creation. Thank you so much. I do my best because I believe that we should look the way you want to feel. Did y'all catch that? I'm gonna give a few more people a little bit of time before I go into a short prayer because it's always in order. If that's not your thing, then just know that I will not be. Thank you for the likes, you all. Thank you for that. Yeah, they tell me I gotta do that little type of little thing, but whatever. I believe that those who's tuning in, as long as you're getting the word, that's what's great. I told y'all from the beginning, I didn't want to get caught up in the whole like and share and making money off of YouTube at this time. It's just not in my spirit to. Yeah, it's a cool thing for those who like it. Me, I like to stay authentic with. I don't like having to shift anything that God is dealing with me to say based off of numbers. And so that's the reason why I do that. So I'll say like and share just to be candid thing, because that's what I hear everybody else saying. And I know the message does get across more rapidly when that happens. And I'll give the other professionals the way for that. You all know that is something in a practice with Mao. And it was okay. That's that's what he was good at, and is. But my quest is to make sure that the right people tune in and that you get the motivation, the inspiration that you need in order to stay on your health and wellness beat. And so, if you have any questions, I do my best to ask the questions if I'm able to see it. And I'm going to wind up sending you guys up a little higher so I can see your questions better. Give me a second here. Oh, my flowers, I got to go back out and pick some. Now that I will miss. And I moved from the space. I got all the roses and flowers out there, sunflowers and everything. And it's just beautiful. I'm going to take you guys. That's better. I can see y'all better. I can see y'all better. Okay, now I got some tuning in on YouTube. Okay, great. And I'm going to make sure that I stroll down here, and I'm almost ready, y'all. I'm almost ready. Try not to keep y'all too long. Got a little bit of things going on. And y'all, we got some surprises. I know y'all like, is he really this geek all the time? Most of the time I am. Am I usually this happy all the time? Most of the time I am. I think the only people that probably would see me at the downtime, or as they say, is concern time, would be my immediate family. And they won't let me live that down. And so I can't even stick to that and not go in and say, no, I'm not sad. No. I just want, or even when it's time to have that serious talk, of course, you can't be so jolly because nobody take you serious. I've tried it, and I am the person that have to overly express when I'm upset or bothered by something, because nobody gets it. They so used to me just, I guess, muscling through it. And I guess that's why I'm here before you all for Motivational Monday. And so I'm going to turn this around a little bit so I'm not going back and forth, moving my body. Y'all let me know if that's a good position. And so we can go in for that. Okay, I'm not going to wait for a whole lot of people to do, hey, Candy. Mwah. Now, look, she always call her Candy Girl. It's good to see you all back. I'm going to go into a quick prayer because it's important. And it will be precise. Please feel free. If you all have a prayer request, I do go back over and look at some of the questions and some of you all may notice that I do my best to go back, even if I can't conversate, because I'm in the zone with communicating as much as I would like to for those who want to have questions. And just go ahead and dive on in there, and then make sure that you all support each other with that. I will see it. And then you can send me, inbox me, y'all. I'm in on Facebook Messenger. You can inbox, you can call me, you can text questions that you may not have the time. Hey, give the children kiss for me. There may be people that have questions and you don't feel like doing this early in the morning. I get it. I'm always thinking about the minds of our people. And so write out the question, put it out there, and some already do it to me anyway, naturally. Write the question out. If you want me to address it on Motivational Monday and you want me to address it on Wellness Wednesday, then I will do so. I am looking forward to. I'm just trying to wait till I get settled before I start to doing more, and so we can see that I'm willing to just do what I know that God has for me to do, and whatever in the way that He wants me to do it, and flow, and not get so overly caught up with the perfection of it not just yet, because like I often say, it's important to be the authentic, natural you, without allowing other entities and the formalities of everybody else to overtake you. Because that's what I'm drawn to. Anytime I get on these YouTube things and I see people, I look for the authenticness of the realness of that I can hear that makes sense to me. I'm not looking for an act. If I want to see acting, then I will go watch a movie. And I encourage you all to do the same. If I want to go see somebody just act like somebody else, or to get people's ruff and feathers, or I'll go watch sports. I'll go watch a commentary. I'll watch something else. But when it comes down to something that's concerning our health and wellness and our souls, that's got to come from a true, authentic, real, divine place. And so I have made that connection with God, within myself, to say, Lord, I don't ever want anything to take that away from me. And so far, so good. It's been doing a good job at it. As they say, watch what you pray for. You just may get it. Oh, well, I got it. Okay. I got it, because I always pray, Lord, let your will, your perfect will, your good will be done in me. And so with that being said, I'm going to go right into the prayer. Father, we thank you so much for blessing us to be able to come before your people on this motivational Monday. We thank you for the love, your kindness, your gentleness towards us, in order to give us the blessings of being able to rise again. For we know there's so many that did not wake up this morning. Now, in this very minute and moment, someone is losing a loved one. And so we ask that you take and you comfort their hearts, their minds, and their souls. We thank you for your mercy, your grace, your truth, and your strength. And we ask right now that you take over my mind, my tongue, and lead and guide me to say the right things that will motivate our sisters and our brothers and the entire families when it's time for them to digest the information that you have for me to share with them on this Monday. Thank you so much. And we ask that you cover and protect our going in and our coming outs as we go about throughout our day. And more importantly, keep us with a healthy spiritual and natural mind, which is all in one. In the name of Jesus and Yeshua HaMashiach, we pray. Amen. All right, y'all. Okay. Well, here goes. I'm going to go off of what I have been motivated to do. This Sister Cherry, you are most definitely a seer. I use and I feed off of you all when you all call in for different issues and ailments that you may have. Please like and share. I'm supposed to say that. Okay. And then at some point, I'm going to get used to putting this number in so that people can call in for consultation. I do know that I have a few still lingering. So you all charge it to my head, not to my heart. You all will be gotten to. It's just that I could not put this on the back burner while I do everything else, because I can hear the cry. I can hear the voices of different ones that gets a chance to tune in later and saying, no, Dr. Shep, you just got to see your face. Just let us hear your voice. Let us see your face. Let us hear, this is encouraging to me. And so this is the reason why I chose to do this now, even in the midst of the shift. Even in the midst of my major shift, because how many know that when you're chosen to do something, that it's never going to be on your time. It's never going to be perfect for your time. Never. I have not seen it yet. It's always going to push you in at the time when you are experiencing life, when life is happening all around you. And so that's been my greatest test and challenge, is to come out of my box and my shell and say, okay, let me go. Clearly, he prepped me in advance, you all. You all know that. Just like he has prepped you all. You all are not thinking about it. It's only through the test and the trial that comes to make us stronger, that we truly appreciate, that stays stuck in the mind, that makes us always feel like, okay, because I went through this, I got to do that. Because I did that, I got to do this. Just think about it just a little bit. So I can't never get over the whole thought, because I know everything that we do in life starts with a thought. You can't think to wake up. You can't even think to ask God to wake you up at a certain time without thinking about it first. Even with you men not even all the way asleep, think about it. When we resting, y'all, something's going on in your mind before you decide to get up. Well, I got to get up and go to work. Well, I got to do this. Oh, I got to do this walk. Well, I got to get this workout in. Oh, I got to call my mom. Oh, I got to call sister. I got to call the daycare. I got to call. All these different things is going on in your mind before you can step out of the bed to put your foot on the devil, as they like to call it. Think about it. And I love the saying that they said, and I'm not one much for all these little cliches because they need to make really good sense to me. But the one that said, oh boy, when you wake up, that look, Satan should be saying, oh Lord, she up. Oh, he should be trembling because he already know that she's coming. You're waking up. He's coming to make a difference, to be the change that he wants to see or that she wants to see in the world today for the better. And so, yes, there are entities. I like this and use the term entities that's out there that's designed to mess us up to the point to where you are operating in full-blown negativity, in a lower, is the new word is, in the lower vibration than what you were naturally created to be. And somebody said, well, how do we change that, Dr. Chef? And I'm looking at questionnaires just in case it come in, and comments. So you all comment when you like, and then even afterwards comment, because notice it's a lot. I am getting calls to saying, people say, well, it's 2 hours earlier than my time, Dr. Chef, I'll be so tired. Or, and the time will change in due time. And so what y'all want to do is you can still put in your questions. I'll go back and I answer. I want to make this thing convenient because I understand that when I'm on God's time, when I'm on this entire universe time, it may not be your time. Now, you all, it's your time because you're dedicated, you're motivated, and you have gotten used to me. I believe the few that's tuned in, you've gotten used to me. But there are those who are not, that you're going to share, and they'll see this, God say the same, they'll see this years later, or they'll see this months later, and it'll be right for them in that moment, on that day, at that time. And so I said, put in the questions, and then I'll go back and I answer, and I'll do my own homework and start to ask questions accordingly. Because the one thing I did learn when I first started this was I didn't like when people questions were not able to be answered, no matter how so-called irrelevant some may think that it is. It's not. If it's a question in your mind and it's something that is really bothering you, or it's something that you have forgotten, because I understand the way they got the system set up to have us eating artificial everything. It's causing glitches within our brains, within our minds, within our memories, with the small things and with the big things. So what you may think that's insignificant because you have this, some of you all have assured knowledge, or that your brain is operating at a level that it can absorb more information, your brother or your sister or the other person may not be able to. And see, and it's for me to understand that, yes, the years of working with special needs people, children, mental disorders, all that has helped me up until this point, even with my brothers and sisters and you all. Now, some of you all, or those who may tune in later, that may be dealing with it within your family or on your jobs, your different careers that you have, understanding or understanding how a person's mind thinks helps you to be able to better communicate with them. And so that's important, because you can share all the information on you, we've seen it. And then you get frustrated because you're thinking that you're not being heard. And in some cases, you're not, because the brain is not processing it. I've been accused of having ADHD, where I'm always going to doing something else. And I know. And I was like, what's going on with you? You can't stay focused. You're easily distracted. Well, guess what? Did you all know that when you're at your highest, when you are at your healthiest, and I'm not talking about when you're stressing about something, and I'm not talking about when there is deliberately distractions that's set up to throw you off course. I'm talking about when your mind is truly healthy, your brain will think quicker than the average. And they've labeled this to make it seem like that this is a disorder. Just because everybody else around you, watch yourself, is slow. To say, somebody said, well, that's a quick mind. Mighty funny that when a person have a quick mind to shift in the midst of an accident, or in the midst of an emergency, or in the midst of catching a baby before they fall, or in the midst of swerving out of the way of a crazy drunk driver, the first thing we do is breathe. Say, whew, boy, I'm glad you thought so quickly. I'm glad that you was quick on it. Whoo, you got there just in the nick of time. How is it that to have a quick mind, or to be quick and to be alert all of a sudden, is only important in the case of an emergency? But when it's time to deal with day-to-day tasks, have y'all ever thought about that? When it's time to deal with day-by-day tasks, all of a sudden now you got ADHD, attention deficit disorder. How is it, y'all? I don't know about you all, but I would be more inclined to believe that most of us is operating on the lower vibration and the lack of nutrition that's in the food, and the toxicity that's in the air, and the toxicity that's in the fluids, the water that you drink, that has slowed your brain down, which technically makes most of us, especially here in Americano, slow. How is it that it only matters that when you're watching a track and field event, for those who have, that it's a, oh, go girl, go. Oh my God, he's fast. Only when he's in competition, only at a sporting event. But if that child that you don't want to get away from you, come on now, Jay, somebody with me here. If that child that you don't want to get away from you, and they're running fast, like that boy said, oh my God, look at that little bad boy. Oh my God, look how fast he's swift to get in trouble. It's a problem. Y'all, this is the way we were originally designed to be. This is the energy. This is the quickness that we were designed to have. In 7 days, for those who all that believe in the scriptures where he said that he created the sun, water. He said, let there be light, let there be this, let there be that. Y'all hollering that you Christians or that you're believers and that he created this world in 7 days. Isn't that not fast? We ain't even building a house in 7 days. We're not doing anything in 7 days, less known setting forth the sun. Now I'm only speaking to the believers in that at this time. I'm challenging your mind, how you're thinking. Or is it that we just like how things sound, but we never intend to truly apply it to our life? Well, I'm going to tell you now, the motivational money, this is why I do this, because I am created to motivate you, to inspire you, to start applying the common sense things and to challenge. Sometimes your faith in what you say your belief is, to apply it to your own life in a good way. And then to turn around and to use what you've learned to share with somebody else. That is one of the greatest reasons why I know that God has created me and placed me here on this earth. And when you find yourself always being the encourager of someone else, always wanting to see someone do well, then that means that that is your gift too. It's not just mine. It's yours too. Or if you find that it's always on your mind, some people are not good with speaking. And so maybe it's meant for you to be a writer. And so that means it's time to write something inspirational to help someone, because we know we live in a world where there are more toxic, negative, evil things that's taking place than it is good things. And so the chosen few have to be the balancer. So it's safe to say that I'm a balancer. Yes, I hear all the negative things. There are those that are close to me that will let you know that I'm the first one. And after I take in so much negativity, I got to find a positive. I got to keep that currency leveled out properly. I got to keep it. And my goodness, if somebody say that, oh, she's doing with science. No, this is our original way. We talk with our hands. I'm an artist too. I draw, I paint, I sew, I do hair. I do a whole lot of things. I fix on things. Not everything that I would like to fix on, but I do. So please, nobody comment. I haven't had it yet, but I know that that's out there. You got people that minds are tuned into all this other talk about all these other so-called sacred people. Oh, what she doing? She does. She don't make me get a person out here to sign language for the deaf. See, that's where my mind go. And keep in mind, I had a daughter that I had to use sign language for more, eat, love. And so it just became even more so a thing where I talk with my hands. And that is also an original way that our people have about us, because we're using the energy in our hands, the fingertips, the blood pressure, what we eat with, what we live with. Mighty funny, everything that we do with our hands. And even in the cases where people have gotten their hands cut off, they still think to move and use this in order to be able to get around and to do things, to hold something. That's when you know you're alive. That's when you know you're awake. That's when you know that your limbs are active in the original natural way that God had created it to. Everything in us is supposed to be moving. If there's nothing in you that is not moving and you are stiff, then that means that you are in poor health. That means that you have a blockage somewhere. How do we get the blockage off? Oh, well, it's summertime, y'all. Summertime. I'm not going to do y'all like that. There's a song that came to mind. Yep, I grew up with mostly gospel, but all the other ones too. And in the summertime, we get the chance to take advantage. Those of us, y'all know, those y'all in DC and Virginia and all the other places that's tuning in and that tune in afterwards. And of course, not Jay, you get the chance to take advantage of the Florida side. So, but still, you all get rain, you get chilling. This is the time to take advantage of absorbing that natural vitamin D and making sure that you get that magnesium that you all need. Get them blueberries in, y'all. Get your sweet potatoes in, y'all, with that magnesium to balance out that vitamin D. Get it in, y'all. Get your gabaes in. Get them into blenders. You can mix them with the watermelon. And of course, I got my watermelon. Y'all know I ain't playing. They were like, Dr. Chef, you cooking. All you're going to do is watermelon. And I'm going to say, that's what I do. That's what I do. And don't worry, it's coming. This week, y'all, it's coming. As of today, some things is about to change. And I get a chance, y'all. Yep, I got my container of my watermelon. That's what I'm going to do. And I juice that because that's when that's in the season. I've gone down to our local farmer markets and I found my watermelon season. I stack out to about a good 8 to 10 of them. Yes, I do. Real big old ones. Matter of fact, I got one. Watch this. See, you need strength for this. I got one. Look at that. Doom, 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 doom. Y'all, I don't be playing with these big babies. And it's heavy too. It's gotta be a 20-pounder. This used to be a turkey, y'all. This used to be a turkey for me. And I'll take that turkey and I will tear that turkey up. I'll pull out the little turkey neck. And I didn't like watermelons. I got watermelons all around the house, y'all. Y'all can start calling me the watermelon queen. Look, I got another one, just a little smaller one. See, this is what y'all used to. Y'all used to little babies. Y'all want something to hold. Motivational money, y'all. This is exercise. Y'all, look, I ain't got no weights. Oh, yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. Tone up them arms, y'all. This is Motivational Monday. You got some weights. Lift that watermelon. And I'm going to put my watermelon up in there because that's what I'm on. And I'm going to drink because it's the only fruit as of right now for me and my body that helps rejuvenate me, that helps give me that hydration that I'm looking for, that don't leave me wanting more other things, all these other things. That's what I know that the seeded watermelon had done for me. And I didn't discover that until more so now when I started doing more and more research on all the nutrients, because when you just get used to something, you start to take it for granted. Even with acquiring this type of health and wellness knowledge is what I've learned. And that's how we do everything in life. And that's something that we have to retrain ourselves out of. Stop taking for granted the good things that God has that has placed in your life just because you're used to having it every day. We do that with one another, and we do that with the food, with the medicine foods of God. And it's important that you don't do that. How is it that we're quick to say that we're supposed to be thankful for everything under the sun, but then when it's time for you to take something in that's nourishing to you, when it's time to greet your brother and your sister, now that doesn't matter. That's insignificant. It's supposed to matter, you all. This will determine whether or not you'll have the mind to take better care of your health and wellness. This will determine how you rise, how you think will determine. And yes, you can be toxic. Yes, you can eat all these other type of foods. And yes, I've come across people that's been nice, people that's been courteous, people that have love and energy that are very unhealthy. Somebody said, well, how did that happen? Somewhere along the line in their minds, they have been trained, they programmed to be kind. Somewhere along the line, now there's other little factors that play a part too, but somewhere along, go to show you how when we say the mind is a terrible thing to waste, why is it that we living in a time now where they have quote unquote technology out here that's taking people's brains and taking your memories and changing it? Why is even Satan so fascinated with the brain? Why? Out of all of the other body parts, they're fascinated. This is the one that gets the most attention. The heart and the brain. The heart and the brain. Why? Why? The neurologists and the cardiologists get paid the most that I know of last I checked. Why? What has God invested in your mind on this Monday, on this motivational Monday, that has you up in this time of the morning, focusing on what is Dr. Chef going to say about our minds and how we need to be motivated in order to get through the rest of work, first of all, the day, and then the day after, until Wellness Wednesday come, or until the next channel come up. What is she going to say? What's on your mind that made you? It's the thoughts. So once you think it's time for me to eat healthy, it's just as simple. Y'all don't let people overly complicate this. That's why I tell you, even with your regimens, be careful. It's tricky. We have a saying that I learned in the class called the mind is the great trickster. Well, you got to trick your own mind into tricking yourself into tricking into some of this watermelon, tricking yourself into eating your berries, tricking yourself into eating. Yes, you have to do that. It starts with a thought. Not with, oh, I got a list that I'm supposed to go down there. Some of y'all are good with that, though, and that's fine. But you had to think about the list. You had to think about that before you could do what's on your list. And if that's on your list, there's somewhere you thought to get a list to say, well, I need this in order for me to be able to stay focused on what I need to do or how I need to start off my day. Now, the trick is that sometimes when you got a lot going on, or you got that phone call, or that child is whining, or the job is calling you, or something else is going on to distract you from getting on your task, what happens is that sometimes we have a tendency, especially those of us who are perfectionists, and I was one, where I was very hard on myself, because I wanted to get things right. So to have a regimen, and my God, bless those who can do that and be able to stay on it without having no distractions, that's a beautiful thing. That means that, yes, you can get more accomplished. But for most of us, I'm more inclined to believe that most of us got some type of distraction. Something that takes your mind away from what you truly want to focus on. And I remember it takes me right back to my dad saying, stay focused, young lady, stay focused. I used to get tired of him saying that. And now that's all I can hear is stay focused, young lady, stay focused on what you got to do, what's wrong, what's going on. And I'm like, how do he know? You want to know why? Because his mind was focused on me. It didn't matter if I hadn't seen him in months. You being focused, young lady? You saying focus? because he knew I had a lot on my mind. Of course, he would know that. That's my father. And so I'm saying this to say that you all have to just keep in mind the simple things. Don't let everybody throw you off. If you didn't get a chance to get to that watermelon at the 7 a.m. or whatever your fruit concoction is, or whatever your health regimen is, that at that time or that day, get on it when you can. The more and more you give it to yourself, the more and more you remind yourself to do it, the more and more you become consistent, because we are creatures of habit. So just like you had got in the habit of drinking soda pops back in the day, just like you got in the habit of drinking coffee, which be careful with that, you all. The coffee, for those of you all asking questions about the coffee will block and deplete the magnesium in your body, which will affect the vitamin D levels in your body. So you can just be walking in the sun and doing all your daily exercise all you want to. You can be working out, you can be boxing, you can be doing everything that you want to do. Oh yeah, I'm feeling good. And you go and you sip on that coffee, that caffeinated coffee, and it will deplete. And so once that magnesium and that vitamin D start to get challenged, start getting the blockage from the caffeine, or y'all with these artificial sugars, understand that eventually it seeps off into the bones and it starts eating away at the marrows of the bones, slowly but surely. And that turns into sharp pains throughout the legs. That turns into sharp pains throughout that turns into popping knees. That turns into arthritis, or I would like to start calling arthrosis, because it's wrong. That we, our people, don't understand. We don't understand how important it is for us to take care of the temple. We're beginning to understand. And when you start to understand what's vital to your life, it's no different than you trying to get to work on time. It's no different than you knowing that you got to take and get to that appointment. It's no different from when it's time to get paid. You on that, you online, or you going to get that check, or you going to cash that check, or some of y'all online cash a check. It's no different than you knowing that you got to get your money so that you can pay your bills. That's how urgent our health and wellness is supposed to be to us. Not in the anxiety type of way, but it should be urgent enough the word is common sense for you to do it in order to be able to operate at your best. That's the mindset that you should have. That you shouldn't think for 1 second. I heard somebody say, well, everything starts with the food. I've heard some people say that. Yes, I've heard some people say that. Some things start with food. No. I'm inclined to say no. Now, somebody asks me why. I say no, that it starts with the food. Yeah, if you want to count from the beginning, when you were being birthed and your mother was carrying you, that you became what she ate. In that sense, where it did alter your DNA, yes, in that sense, yeah, it starts with what you have been created with. But now that we are of age, now, which I don't like that term, now that you are a grown-up, now that you are in a mature stage in life, no, it starts with the thought. Because even before you can eat a snack, even before you can do something that's detrimental to your health, you have to think it first. Somebody said, well, what? Well, if you're not eating healthy, then don't that mean that your mind won't be thinking right? To a certain degree, because we have a training that's taking place before you even learned how to eat right or eat in a more healthier manner. And so once again, it's a choice. How do you make choices without thinking about what decision or what you need to choose? Well, no, because of the addiction. Okay, certified drug addiction counselor. I say that it persuades you, the food and the drugs, the toxicity will persuade you and pull and tug at you to make a poor decision. But the thoughts of what your belief system is and what you have learned is truly what's going to determine what you're going to choose to eat. Did you catch that? That didn't come with somebody giving you a ding dong or a hot dog. That came from your training. That came from upbringing. That came from whatever job or career you've taken on where they just threw that slop at you and told you that this is all we have to eat. No different from the children. Children don't have a choice. And isn't that right, Najee? The children don't have a choice per se unless we give it to them, right? Yes. They don't have a choice unless you give it to them. So they're learning now, which will determine. I know I did, even though my mother, she was overweight, but not all of my childhood was she. It wasn't until she joined the church and they started cooking more and fried chicken and fish sandwiches and all that became more of her way of living. But beforehand, my mother was big on giving us fruit and vegetables, but she never just handed us a sucker of candy. Never. And I even remember when they were celebrating Halloween, and she would hide the bag of the blueberry. I hope it don't tempt nobody. The blueberry Bubblicious gum. They had it in a big old pack, and I remember that was the first time I became a thief. Because in my mind, I like this grape flavor. I like that strawberry. It's just something about chewing on that just tantalized my mind. I didn't know that it was chemicals. And I'm thinking, Lord, this is worth a spanking. And so I'm sneaking, trying to get over on top of the bed and trying to wait. I'm in my mind, I'm thinking, I need to go and I need to wait till she leave out the door. And I couldn't even tell times at the time. But I'm thinking, and I had been about 4 years old, about 4. And I started thinking, when she leaves long enough to go get Joe, then maybe I can go, since I saw her put. Y'all know y'all going through it now, Jay. I'm like, I'm going to go and sneak and get that bubble gum. So a spirit of sneakiness came on me. But it was because of the taste. I didn't forget the taste. Why did I forget the taste? Why did it become so urgent for me? So where I'm willing to risk getting a spanking. Yeah, I came up at the time, y'all, where they gave spankings. To be able, knowing I didn't like getting hit, knowing I didn't like no whipping. And I did. I avoided. I think I could count on my hand how many spankings my mama had to give me. That's how much I didn't like it. And then when I first saw the movie Roots, and I saw that they were whipping out, that did it for me. I was like, oh, no, you ain't finna. Look, my name is Felicia, and my name ain't Toby. So in my mind, nothing was worth getting whipped. And so I locked that into my head, because seeing that in the 70s and in the early 80s, every year coming on got to me. So what will get you to a place to where you allow yourself to be harmed is where I'm going with this, you all. What will get you to a place to where you will allow yourself to be harmed in order to jeopardize your health and wellness? What's in your mind? I wouldn't have known anything about bubblegum if my mother and them hadn't had me around it. If I never had gotten a chance to taste it, not even on Halloween. So it's still upbringing. It's the training. It's what's in your environment. It's what you have allowed yourself to try that gave you the opportunity, that gave it the opportunity to take over the mind and to tempt you, or to be used to cause you to say, well, no, I don't want the apple that mama gave me. I don't want the orange. I want to try that purple Bubblicious bubble gum. Because something was in there that I just got to have. Now, granted, it wasn't that. It wasn't that addictive once again. What was in your mind to where I couldn't sneak it right in front of my mama's face? Why wasn't I brave enough to take it right in front of her face? And that is when you know that there is a true addiction. If you got a child or a person that is right in front of your face doing wrong and knowing they're going to have to suffer consequences. Now, that's when you know, and that's what we mean by chemicals, that there's different levels and there's different stages to this thing, you all. What do we call that? We call that crazy. Oh, yeah, they lost their mind. They did that right in front of my face. Oh, look at that child. That child is hard here. Oh, my goodness. She just did that right now. He saw us right here, and he still hit him. Brain gone, mind gone. Didn't care. We call it don't care attitude. No, it's just that at this point, the addiction is so strong that it is taking over the minds. It's seizing the baby's mind. It ain't even fully developed yet. It's seizing. It's taking over it. That's when you know you're going off the deep end of an addiction, where you want to go off on somebody because you couldn't get or get what your mind told you that you need, that you think that you had to have. And so this is the reason why I do Motivational Mondays, you all, because I understand I'm learning daily, just like you all are, about how our minds think and how we have literally used the food and the drugs and other things to make it seem like it has more control over us than the power of our own mind, and the Spirit of God that He's placed in us is not powerful. It's greater is He that is in you, that's in you, than he that is in the world. Now, all you got to do with your mind is believe that, and you can achieve anything that you want to achieve. How many of you ever passed a test, got a job, got married, had a child with having only the mindset that I cannot do it? Nobody. Unless you were forced. You have never done nothing or accomplished anything without first telling your mind or listening to something that encouraged you to do it. Think about it. Just think about it. This is where the motor gets to going, what we call it Motivational Monday. This is what a motor, what does a motor do? It runs. It powers up the car to get to the strength that it needs to room to go. Where is your motor? Your mind? What's in the mind? The spirit. What's the spirit? Energy. What is energy? Power. Now let's go back to the saying again that I do like. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. The mind is a terrible thing to put waste in. The mind is a terrible thing to waste on negative thoughts that will not encourage you to be the best you and the best version and the best healthy version of yourself. This is the reason why I will never get off of the mind. Because it's only in the mind can a person destroy another person. If I fear you destroying me, if I fear what you would do to me, even fear comes with some thought that's taking place within your mind that 9 times out of 10 may not even be accurate. Because if it's clouded with chemicals and it's clouded with artificial things that's not nourishing the mind, so that the neutrons and the electrons and atoms, everything can operate and flow the way it's supposed to flow, so you can think clearly, so that you can see clearly what's really going on, not an illusion. We're living in a time where, because we have this social media, now anybody can put forth an optical illusion. They have these devices now to where now the children can put them on the eyes and they can make it look like they're actually seeing somebody. It looks like my Instagram is frozen up. I don't know. You all let me know. But nevertheless, it doesn't make it real. No, it was a real image that was captured, and they gave it over to you to make you think in that moment that it was real. An illusion. So, because chemicals combined it in the brain that we have taken into our system has that type of effect to create false thoughts, untrue scenarios. You can't trust your own mind. You can't trust yourself. And so this is the reason why we have to have Motivational Monday. This is the reason why we have to have transformation too. Yeah, it's going to come back, y'all. The moment I get settled in, hey there, sister. The moment I get settled in, I will be getting back to it. God say the same. Because I understand now that I went through all of these things, all these different tests, all these different trials, whether it be through poor choice, whether it be through something that from a trick from the adversary, just so I can be able to tell y'all, hey, y'all, look, y'all need to know this. It's a trick. They play mind games with you. No, Star, that's not real. Don't believe it just because it looks, look, just because it looks like a watermelon doesn't make it a watermelon. How do you tell? You cut that baby open. Yeah, I call it the baby. How? How did he do that, Dr. Shell? Cut it open. Oh, taste and see. That it is good. Oh, taste and see that it's good. That's how you know. You cannot go off of what you see today. If y'all just saw my face and just saw me here and I'm saying, and I'm just looking at you on the screen and I'm just looking at you. I didn't say nothing. The only thing you would have in your mind is that, okay, that's a woman. Okay, she got a hair wrap on. But you wouldn't know the content of my character without me saying anything. You would know. You would just go off of my visual and say, okay, she's nice looking. Oh, okay. You start being, oh, okay, where she got that dress from? Oh, nice earrings. But that is not who I am. It's just a picture of the thought that I had in the moment to decide to put on some clothes. It's just one thought among millions of thoughts. And so that's how you got to channel. You got to pick and choose which thought is good for you, which thought that works for you, which thought that gets you to a place where you say, you know what? I'm getting ready to take Dr. Shelf and everybody else that's talking about health and wellness advice. And I'm going to do my fruits today. Or better yet, I done ate so much over the weekend. I done pigged out on Sunday with the family. I think I'm going to fast today. Now, I don't recommend that if you know you've been binging on a lot of artificial foods. Now, this is the certification and detoxification that's coming into play. Because it will make it, unless you have a strong mind. Here we go again. With that mind that you know because you've heard these things that what works for you. If you got a strong enough mind to do it, then I say go for it. I motivate you to do it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. And I said it exactly the way I mean it. But for those you all who have not learned how to master your own thoughts and has not learned how to master or learn how to allow the positive thoughts, the coaching that you have already received, or to go back and replay something that's motivational enough to you to maybe get you to a place to where you can go on fast, and I don't recommend it. Because you're going to just torture yourself. You'll be constantly going round and round. And, oh, man, I know the doctor said, oh, I know the minister. I know what the other people say. Everybody said do this. Everybody said do that. But that's just too much. And before you know it, you're overly complicating the matter. That's simple. What's so hard about take this thing? Is what's so hard about that if I take this? And I do it. Come on, let's make it simple again. Here I go, y'all. What's so hard about that? I already got some pre-cut. I'm gonna cut some more today because it took me 3 days to finish off a whole watermelon. I got it on Friday. I chopped it up and froze it. Well, not frozen. Put it in the refrigerator on Saturday. What's so hard about that? Tell me, y'all. Nothing. Some of y'all got it more simple. Y'all was on your berries and things of that nature. So you just take it out the bag and you put it in there. I got some mangoes. I didn't get the original ones. I got some frozen organic mangoes this time. And I just took and I threw some mangoes in there. So what I do? I get my spoon. I get my spoon. It's not hard, y'all. I have watermelon left. I just got a little bit left, and I chopped it up. Yeah, it took some patience, but while I was chopping, I was thinking about some good things, y'all, and how good it's gonna taste. And I was just picking up some as I was doing. It's simple. I look. My mind said do something enjoyable while you're doing this, because I did get tired of chopping that big old watermelon up. Yes, I did. But did I let that stop me? No, you don't let it stop you, and you don't let that block you. I just said, okay, the end result, I started thinking more about my end result is that I'm going to have me what I need for the next 3 days. That was my motivation. Is that if I prep this now, even though I don't feel like it, was probably about 11 o'clock at night, y'all. That look quiet as a mouse. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm chopping up this watermelon. This thing is forever. It seems like by the time I got, especially with the big one, y'all saw the big one. Some of y'all see the big one. Here you go again. I'm sure to y'all again. Here's the big one. You can lift weights with this thing. Look at that. I can get some muscles with that. I don't never need a weight for this. I think it's heavy. And I sit there, and while I'm there, I'm like, oh. And I wanted to take the other half. Yes, I did. I want to take the other half and just put it in the refrigerator, but I ain't have enough room in the refrigerator. And so I said, oh God, I can't let it go waste. It looks so good. So I had to make my mind that great trickster. I did. I made that great trickster give me a song. I thought about all the different things I wanted to do with it. Now, you don't have to blend it. I do both. Everybody say, okay, well, Dr. Shell blended her. What you call it? Yeah. So I won't have no excuse not to take out the time and do it when I know I got a lot of other things to do. That's how you trick that mind. That's great tricks is that says it's not convenient enough. I'm like, no, I just took, I must have almost an hour or a 30 minutes to an hour to chop this thing up. Ain't no way I'm not going to reap the benefits. And that's how you have to do it. They do the work. Prepare. So that you don't get nothing to say. Prepare to get ready, to be ready, so you don't have to fall behind and play mind games with yourself and have yourself thinking I can't do it. No, 1 hour to save me all the other hours of prepping for the next 3 days. So I can have the juice. And if I want to switch up, then I can just go grab my other fruits. It's not complicated, y'all. Stop complicating it. If you know by watching a whole lot of different things online frustrates you and get you to the point to where you get confused, stop doing it. Stop doing it. Just stop doing it. No, but they might have something. No, that's parasites. There's other things that's going on in your mind that's making you overly complicated because there's so much. Remember, I just talked about the illusion. Have you going so until literally it's throwing off your idolatry. It's throwing off your brain. Because you're taking in too much information all at once. You're not healthy enough to do that at that point if it's starting to get frustrating. Yes, I just said it. You're not healthy-minded enough to do that yet. To take in a whole lot of different type of information if it's causing confusion. Confusion. Who is the author of confusion? We was raised to believe that the author of confusion was Satan. Hey there, Miss RT. The author of confusion is Satan. Because it got so much out here that it makes the simplest thing like just putting a watermelon in a container. And if somebody else said, well, Dr. Seb, I can't afford no Ninja. Oh, is that right? We're good. Guess what? See, I know how to simplify some stuff. Where my fork at? Let me look. Well, we ain't got no blender. My blender ain't working well. I'll use my blender for my other stuff. Okay. Oh, God, that's good. Okay. You don't got no blender? Go back to the original way. Dr. Chef, I ain't got no good knife. I don't got no big knife. My knife's too dull. The watermelon's too big. Get you another chopper. I got arthritis. My wrist started hurting when I try to get chopping in slices. Just just chop it however way you want to and eat that watermelon. Stop making excuses. Chop your melon. Stop making it. It ain't got to be perfect. Say that for those of us who's creative minded. I'm one. I do. I like stuff looking pretty. Yeah, I do. But I'm not going to like that stuff. Do you think that every cuticle over here is chopped to its precise? It's like my mother was such a chef and so creative that she would take that whole watermelon that I just shared with you all, and she would make designs off of it. And she would do the little scooping designs and then add little other fruits in it, and she would have it where it's opened up and everything. I'm like, oh God, like it ain't enough. And even I'm thinking at the time, I'm a teenager, I'm thinking like it ain't enough that we have to cut it. I'm like, she took out the time to take the little scoops and put it in and make it like a fruit bowl salad, a bowl out of the watermelon, just to put the watermelon back in there, put the berry. Oh, it's pretty. Strawberries and everything. She just mixes and blending up everything. And there she goes. She got a masterpiece. That was my mom. Willie Ann Stokes. Ann Hill Stokes. A genius in the kitchen. Literally a genius. It wasn't nothing that woman couldn't catch on that had anything to do with food. But even in the midst of that, something said, no, you have to learn how to take exactly that you learned and that you saw your mother do, and you got to do it better. And I teach my daughters the same thing. Anytime they want to get to the place where they, well, mama, I want to do it. Mama this, mama that. I had my youngest. She used to always say, Mama, when I grow up, I want to be just like you. I said, no. I said, it's enough that you look like me. I said, no, when you grow up, you're going to be better. You're going to learn things that I did not know. Whatever the foundation that I'm giving you, you're going to take that and you're going to multiply that. I am merely showing you the way, but you're going to have to take the walk. You are going to be, you'll know the way, a path that I wasn't taught. But you're going to be greater. You're going to be better. And do we know that for sure? No, we don't. But in my mind, I understood that it's my responsibility to tell her that. To motivate her to believe that she can be. Now, if they get beside themselves and they grow up and get to smelling themselves, as our elders just say, hey, Sister Tyra. I'll look at that child. She said, oh, honey, you can't tell them nothing now. I understand that life will teach them a lesson, just like it did us. It's not my place to get caught up in what God has in store to teach them the lesson that they need in order for them to grow to be who they need to be. And so simplify things, you all, is what I'm saying. Don't make it complicated. I get my little thing. I can decide whether or not I want to do mango. I feel like chopping on no mango today. Oh, well, Dr. Sheffield, you're real into naturopath and you're supposed to take it, you're supposed to get that, you're supposed to do that. No, I just got me some mangoes, some organic mangoes, y'all, from Whole Foods. Come on now. That's all. I just got some. Wash my hands here. I've been touching on things. And I gotta say, since they say it's so expensive, Dr. Sheffield, what kind of soap you got? You use some lemon. The fruit have enzymes in it. It has enzymes. It has citric acid in it. Rub the hands of fruits and put it underneath some water and rinse your hands off. You ain't got to get caught up in what you don't have. That's for somebody that likes to use that as an excuse and the reason why they can't eat healthy. It's too expensive. When you're doing Starbucks, that's worth a whole bag of this that can stretch you for a whole week. One Starbucks drink is the price of this bag. They got over 60 different chops of mango, organic mango chunks in it that you can take and that you can use inside of your smoothie. That you can have 7 smoothies or more, depending on how many of them that you put in there. 4 of them. You stretch it to 4, it'll stretch out for 10 days. Do your math. Just simple math. Stop complicating it, y'all. So I decided I wanted to try something a little bit different. And since I'm the only one eating out of this today, I can put my pork that I just ate And I just put it up in there like that, right here. I just did that. I just wanted to try something just a little different, just a little bit, just a little different. I wanted the little tang there. Somebody said, well, you mixing melons, Dr. Shep. Yes, I am going to mix melons today. It don't mess up my stomach. It give me the energy that I need. I just put just a little bit there. Simple, y'all. Simple. I ain't feel like chopping up on no mango. Why would I complicate my mind like that? It's better than going out there and getting a breakfast, an artificial killer breakfast from McDonald's. It's better than going to Burger King, getting the artificial kill you, stop you up like a cholesterol biscuit. I take that and I just simplified it, y'all. I'm almost done. I simplified it. This is delicious. You can add a little mint to it if you want to. Then take this. I take a little thing from out of here. And I just discovered that myself, going to show you how old-fashioned I was. I'm like, what is this thing for? Is this just for the big one or is it for the small one? So I was trying not to, so some said it looked like it would fit on here. So I just went ahead and I did it, even though I've seen this a billion times on little infomercials, but so many times. But it'll show you when your mind is on other things, how you can miss simple things. The simple process. I just take it and I put that thing up in that blender. And I hit extract. I don't want smoothie. I don't want thick. Some of y'all, in order for you to feel like if your mind is set to where you got to feel like you got something thick going down your throat, then make it a smoothie. But for those who all that like and feeling light, and you have and you don't like something thick always going down your throat, then put it on extract. And those who all don't have one, I'm gonna say it again. You don't have a blender. Let me turn it around so my Instagram people can see it. Then eat your fruit. Those same fruits that I just had that I put back in the refrigerator, you can eat that regularly. Stop making excuses, y'all. And I put this thing on. There you go. I'm gonna let it blend up. And if you want it thinner, then just do it twice. And I'll just drink it. That's it. See, I can't wait because this week, y'all, it's gonna be a surprise. All right, is that my sister? That's how you're supposed to feel when you eat healthy. I'm telling you, this is one of the reasons why I get happy. I never forget, even when I was eating toxic food and I get that salad at me, I can't forget how it made you feel. It's no different than somebody give you a compliment. You smile, you think, oh, this is a nice person. You could be the most horrible person in the world. But because they complimented you and because it made you feel good, you say, oh, no, they're nice. No, but ain't nothing more nicer than eating healthy, y'all. I got my little, let me see, I got my little top, and I'm gonna sip. Oh, there it is over there. And I'm ready to go for it. I just take it, there's a different top. I just take it and I just sip on there. Yeah, y'all can't go wrong with that. Everything that God made is good. Everything. Everything that we do with these hands, y'all, is good. It can be good. More importantly, it's good for the soul. It's good for you naturally, which is all in one. You can't be having an attitude after you done tasted that taste buds is going like that, and that strawberry hit that mango, and you can't. You cannot. This is delicious. sad and down and out and depressed when you eating good like that? Sometimes I'll just go, if I need a snack, I'll just go and grab a couple of them and I keep going. That's what you have to do. So I know that you got to tune in. You all, I appreciate you and I love you. No, I didn't put the Cash App thing in there. Y'all know what it is. I'll put it in there afterwards. But I'm telling you all, don't overly complicate things. When I get ready to start the cooking, y'all, which is getting ready to come, so y'all tune back in. So tune back in for Wellness Wednesday. That's all I'm gonna say. Tune back in for Wellness Wednesday. I will have a treat for you all. And when I do start, and yeah, that's why I got my now the smile ain't for about the juice at the time. The smile is because I've been waiting and I've gone through so much, y'all, so much just to do what I had gotten used to doing every day. So come Wednesday, y'all get ready. I might decide to do 2 segments because we finna throw down. And I will have some special guests that's going to try to come through you all. And so it will be a little bit of a revolving door. And you all are going to see how and what is the motivational factor for me to stay healthy and to stay well. You all know that it's through love and kindness how we draw one another. If you are drawn by that is negative, then I ask for you to check yourself, check why. And so, and I encourage you. I encourage you to just implement positive things and positive way of thinking, good things within positive affirmations until you get comfortable. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable with all of that toxicity that you all gotten used to taking into your mind and into your spirit. I promise you, if you just challenge yourself just a little bit, you'll come out so much more better. You'll taste just as good as this watermelon and this mango do. Now I'm gonna chill mine a little bit because that motor, once again, that motor get to going, so it warms it up a little bit because I didn't put it in frozen, and that's okay. Now, if you want this to go straight through, you all trying to lose weight, and you want to have something, and you then take it at the little bit of chill temperature. It will help to break down constipation. But when you put it in the refrigerator to chill it some, that's more just for us and our body temperature, especially when it's warm. But to have it at a nice chill, just room temperature, will help with the digestive system with breaking down whatever meal you had the night before or the day before. It will help break that down. So that's another little help corner for you all. And I will be sharing so much more afterwards. Make sure that you guys like and share and get ready. We got some people saying, get ready. And they just getting ready to shout and have a heart attack. I'm saying get ready so we can have some fun, y'all. So we can have some summertime fun in the kitchen. And I can't wait for you all to meet my special guests. If you all know anyone that's here in the local area, or you come to travel in the area, call me up. We'll see what we can do. You got some goodies, and then we can bring it on. And I look forward to sharing it. I have maybe about, I say 40 days, maybe 40 days to make some great things happen that will impact the minds in such a beautiful and healthy way that you'll never forget it. All right, I love you all, and I pray you all have a good motivational Monday. And don't give up. When can I call you? Eartha Williams said, you can call me today, girl. I'm sitting in because I'm trying to get some service done, you all, and that will prep us for Wellness Wednesday. So it'll be 7 a.m. I'm thinking to possibly come on. So share, like, and share. But I'm thinking to come on possibly at 8 on for Wellness Wednesday is what I'm aiming for. And then again in the afternoon, probably around about 6, somewhere around about that time. I'm working on that time frame, y'all. Y'all know me, so now y'all know what to pray for. But I'm working on it, but it's going to be good whenever you all tune in. Make sure that you give your comments. and like and share. And y'all, I just can't wait to have some fun and some good old holistic fun. I just can't wait. And so this is what comes natural to me, to be in good health. This is what comes natural to me, is to share some love through what we have to do every day, so that you all can be inspired and motivated to never give up, never give in. Look, it's you that is responsible. And some of y'all don't like the word responsible, but no, it's you that have been chosen then to take care of the temple that God has given you. Nobody else can do that better than you. All right. I love you all. Peace, love, and yeah, call me, Eartha. You can call me. I didn't forget about you. You can call me today at the 618 number 388-8100. My cash app is $ Dr. Chef F.A. Jordan. And so for those who I didn't want to give a love offering and token, the consultations are only through through donations at this time. And oh yeah, before I leave, y'all, so those y'all to hug in, y'all get a chance to hear the goodies. I got some goodies, y'all. I got some goodies. I'm not Wellness Wednesday. I got some goodies. Y'all are gonna love it, and I will be able to deliver it to you all. So I'll say the first 20 people that get it, I will. Just know that it's gonna be with my love and my energy. That you talking about helping healing the body, and I started to put some of it up in here. I did, and I got all different type of little fruits and different things that I'm going to be working with you all to get you guys going. Let's give you an example. These little things that I like to mess with. I like to call them little cucker bugs. Y'all know what that is? Just to give you an example, I'm gonna be doing some extra little cute little things. Somebody, Dr. Chef, where we get that from? I'm just showing you all how we have a variety of things. It tastes like a blend of peach and pear. We're gonna get all up into that. We ain't got time right now. Y'all gotta go. Y'all enjoy y'all Monday. Take care of yourselves. No, I love y'all. And be in good health. Y'all can do this. You got this. All right. Look, y'all know I'm serious when that voice go up into the soprano. All right, peace, love, and y'all have a good, healthy Monday and a transformation Tuesday. Until we meet again on Wellness Wednesday. I love you all. Let me tune up out of here so I can get some work done. I'm gonna work out. Y'all see my little workout thing underneath this? Don't let the little girl fool you up in that. Look, I'm gonna get some real workout in. I'm not playing. All right. Doom. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Mm-hmm.